Hey everybody, Brett from Stars Gaming here, back with part 5 of our Crusader Kings 2 Elder Kings mod Let's Play. So in the last couple of episodes, after we had lost Cambria in the second episode, we worked to start growing our kingdom a little bit more slowly and steadily by incorporating Cogria and Rothgarian into our kingdom. They were both, orc chiefdoms that we decided to, bring into our orc kingdom to, more safely expand. Cambria, we took without too much trouble, but by declaring war on the humans, we kind of opened ourselves up to attack, and so the Kingdom of Wayrest came in and just, stomped us, which I find kind of interesting. Because they're not all that big. However, if you look at their territories, they are much more, what's the word? Advanced? Probably not. No, not advanced. More built up, I guess. So they've got castles, they've got temples, they've got cities, where we have nothing. Except in Rothgarian, we actually have 2 castles. So that will help us. However, getting this guy out of the way will probably make that easier. And so there is a title that we can create. We can make the Duchy of Rothgarian and we would become the Duke. And that would give us a claim on Shield Wall. However, that's going to cost us 186 gold out of 194 that we have. So I think we'll need to decide. Probably, I'll leave this open to suggestion if you guys want to tell me what you think. I think it's too early to make that move based on how much money we have. I don't think financially that that's a good idea. However, getting a legitimate claim on Shield Wall would be nice. Although he's not independent, so I don't know that it would immediately help us anyways. Right now, the only independent territory on our border is Lorient right here, and unfortunately we don't really have anything we can do other than an Inquisition, which is going to obviously pull everybody of that religion into that war against us, which we don't want because we are very much surrounded. We can also change a law here. I'm not sure if I want to do any of these. Maybe a large tax on the city. We don't have any mayors yet, so they can't really get upset at us for doing it. I mean, they will have a -10 opinion when we appoint one, but I guess we could do that. Yeah, nobody's gonna fight it because nobody really has dog in that fight. Okay, so we've got a couple technology options here. I think we should. I'm not too concerned about shipbuilding being a landlocked kingdom, so let's go with military organization. And town infrastructure would be nice, I suppose. I don't know that it's going to immediately help us. Yeah, we'll take it. And tolerance. That is probably going to be important because everything we take from here on is going to be majority Breton and worshipping the old gods. I think, or do they worship the 8 divines? So 8 divines, yeah. Either way, it's going to be a different race, different religion. So I think tolerance will be very handy. Now, military, we're almost at 1,000, which, if you watch the second episode, you'll know is not nearly enough. They rolled into our kingdom with a little over 2,000. So, in order to be competitive, we're going to need to do better than that. And so, right now, we're working on refuting a claim that somebody has on one of our territories. It doesn't look like anybody's willing to jump in with us, which is a shame. But oh well. Let's get the clock running. And somebody arrived at my court. I don't remember who this was. Who are you? Who are you? I don't know who you are. I don't really care. Okay. We had appointed Master of Horse happen to us. Okay. Somebody appointed us as their Master of Horse. And so do I have any wives that aren't? Okay. So my current wife is in jail, but I have 2 other wives that are not. If you didn't watch the last couple episodes, she killed our eldest son, Shak, because her son is last in line for the throne. But I mean, she really didn't help herself at all. There's still 1 kid ahead of her, and this kid is a beast. If you're wondering why he's not an orc, there's no portraits for orc children. Probably not the highest priority of the mod maker, and I can totally understand that. So, Shobob here is next in line, and you can see he's already in double digits for a lot of his stats, and he's only been old enough to teach for a couple years now. So, by the time he hits 16, his stats are going to be ridiculous. Chieftain Rugdump of Rathgarian claims that he'd be a better Magister? Would you, though? Magister is like steward, right? No, that's this one. Is he any good? 11. What is she? 9. I suppose he would be. What is her opinion's pretty high. It won't hurt me too much. Let's do that. He is the better option. And we were trying to, make these guys a little bit nicer to us. Hang on. I need to make sure everyone gets the same amount. Yeah, justice is a good trait. What were we having these guys do? I think we were having them research cultural tech. So let's just keep with that. And we have a claim here, but I'm not about to declare war on them again. At least not yet. I'd really liked this guy to produce a claim. Thanks to my wise stewardship of Grimrock, the local Thieves Guild has been eradicated. That's nice. Yeah, I really wish this guy could come up with a claim on Lorient so that we could deal with this. This kingdom here is probably going to be an unidentified vampire preyed on local peasantry. The peasants are really mad about it. Whoa, that's a pretty high local revolt. Blech, I can't talk right now. I am very exhausted. I got home from work pretty early and just crashed. And woke up and realized that I didn't have anything recorded or posted for, well, it's today now. It's Monday the 22nd. I didn't have anything to post. So I'm recording this at like 4 a.m. on Monday. And I generally post these at 7 a.m. So I don't know. I'm probably just gonna like record this, edit it, and go back to sleep, but we'll see. Yeah, so we gotta find that vampire. And I need to declare war on something because we are... I wonder... They're actually kind of hurting from that last war. If you weren't paying great attention, there was a revolt in this kingdom here. And they're all fighting each other. I think we could take these guys, to be honest. Do they have allies? They do. Baron of Shield Wall. Yeah, he's probably, since he's right next door, he's going to end up in that fight, but he's pretty weak too. And who else? Baron of Penmarch. Oh, that's not going to be an issue. I think that would be a good idea if we can get a decent claim. Liberate countrymen, huh? Huh. Inquisitions are terrible ideas. It's our duty to liberate them. But if we Oh yeah, interesting. So he's ruling over orcs. I think that would be a good idea. At least we'll take shield wall. And actually that eliminates the need for me to create that title too. So you know what? Let's do that. Okay. We'll click on you. Let's declare war to liberate our countrymen. And then we'll call everybody up. And I'm not sure where. Let's all rendezvous in Cogria and go from there. I think maybe moving here to here to here will be the best idea, and just keep collecting war score as we go. My mouse wheel is... I keep saying this, and it just keeps getting better and worse, and... God, the rabble keeps killing our magisters. Or, not our magisters, our stewards. Well, Nag, you're up. Go nag them about taxes. Okay. So... it looks like we're going to be able to outnumber them pretty handily. Actually, no. Where'd they get that 1,000 from? Well, that throws a wrench in this plan. I don't know where they pulled all those guys from. A vampire has made himself known in our realm. What should we do? Who is it? My son? My son's a vampire. Oh, it's that lady's kid. Whoa, all kinds of intrigue going on here. But he doesn't have the known vampire trait. Or... I don't know. Hang on here. Yeah, okay, so he is... I'm not sure why. There's a trait that's called known vampire, and so anyone who is a known vampire should have that trait, but he does not, so I'm not sure why. I wonder if his wife was a vampire. Or, I mean, his mother, my wife. Interesting. I don't know, but that's pretty cool. However, we might be in trouble here. We don't... apparently there's more vampires. So I'm not sure how we're going to do this. It might be better to try to bait them into attacking us. All of this terrain is going to give defensive bonuses, so attacking them with the same or less troops is a terrible idea. Where are they getting all these guys? They're just like pulling troops out of their ass. And my chancellor was murdered. This is just like, we cannot catch a break here. Well, you're up. And I still need that claim. We don't want any... I don't know why it keeps resetting these. I don't want anybody except the marshal commanding troops. They die often enough as it is. Okay, so... it would be really nice if I could call up some more troops, but that's not going to happen. I can't afford... oh, I can't afford mercenaries, actually. So that's an option. Okay, so they're dying off. That's good. That's... yeah, playing as orcs is really difficult, I've found, because it's sort of similar to the Norse factions in... if you have, like, the Old Gods expansion, where if you're at peace too long, like, your faction's morale and order just go to hell. And so you have to... well, I think in this, you just take prestige penalties, but still. The fact that you constantly have to be at war, and, you know, sometimes there's just not smart options for declaring wars. Like, this one was questionable. I mean, I felt okay about it, but there's been times where there's, like, literally nobody that we could realistically declare war on. and our people are upset because we aren't at war. Okay, there's a victory. That's all we can take there. Let's go to shield wall and take that. Again, I'm trying to bait them into attacking me. Shobab asks, why do people die? So we can, let's see, 60% chance of gaining the trait patient, 30% of getting the chance. I can't talk. 30% chance of gaining the trait craven, and 10% chance of gaining the trait slothful. Everyone dies sooner or later. That's a 50-50 between brave and arbitrary. I do not want arbitrary. So I thought he was already brave. 70% chance of gaining the trait proud, or honest. 30% chance of gaining the trait proud. That's probably the best choice. Patient would be nice. Patient's a good trait. What's he got so far? He's quick, powerful voice. He's an orc. He's got the mage birth sign. He's already honest. He's already ambitious. He's already gregarious, and he's already just. So, I mean, that's kind of a wash. I really don't want arbitrary, and I really don't want craven or slothful either. So this is kind of a risky proposition. This one is less so because it's a trait we already have or another good trait to have. So I think that's what I'll take, because as you can see, our stats are not really hurting. So yeah, so he gained the honest trait, which he already had. No big deal there. She's been imprisoned. It looks like they're going to come attack me, and since we are in, what terrain is this? Mountains. I think we've got a major advantage here, despite the fact that they outnumber us slightly. But we shall see. I can't tell if we're winning or losing. We're losing. Damn it. So off we go to retreat. And I'm just going to surrender because we've already lost. Huh. I think he was the one in jail. Yeah, so that didn't work out well for us at all. Let's see. Intrigue, prisoner. Yeah, he was the one in jail. The youngest son, who the wife was trying to get into power. That kind of sucks. Now I'm down to only one son, so if anything happens to him, we're up shit creek without a paddle. But as you can see, he's already probably like one of the better characters in our domain, and he's only 11 years old. So as long as he's okay, we should be fine. And honestly, it might have worked out better for us, because now there's no pretenders to the throne. Oh no, please don't crash on me. Like I said in the first episode, if I click the religion tab, the game generally will crash. But I think I need to stay on it for a while. Okay, so I asked for peace because frankly we already lost. And I think that cost us some prestige, but oh well. Where did they get those guys from? They must have hired mercenaries or something. I suppose I could have. I probably should have, but it's too late now. Yeah, because all of their levies were completely empty with the exception of these two, and they didn't call these up. And even still, it was only like 200. That wouldn't have made a difference. So they must have hired mercenaries. Huh. Well, I should look. Yeah, there's a couple. Oh, there's some that are only 36. I could have done that, and that would have been enough. Damn. Well, that was a mistake on my part. Oh well. We've got some time left, so let's see if anything else interesting happens. I'm not sure what to do with this wife. I wonder if if she's gonna be in jail, I may as well make one of these wives my first wife. Does she have any children? No. Does she have any children? No. Make decisions. No, I guess I can't. That's kind of weird. Earlier in the series... Oh. New Year. Earlier in the series, it gave me this decision where I had to choose who my first wife was going to be. And so I was hoping there was a way that I could change that. Peddlers are selling all sorts of food, clothing, exotic spices, and luxuries such as glass and jewels. Filled the town square with their wares and shouts. There's a couple things I need. It gives me lower stewardship and costs me gold. I don't like the merchants, but the wares are fine. I don't want shy. Fairs are fun for all. I think fairs should be banned. I don't know that kind would really help me. I really don't like any of these traits, or any of these options. I definitely do not want shy. I do not want that. Although, how long does it last? Until 17 Sunset. I need to go back and look at what each of the months corresponds to. I don't know, like, how... I have no concept of... Oh, I guess it has the number next to it, so that would be 6 months. Yeah, let's just go with this one. I don't care if he likes me a little bit less. Personally, I don't think ferrets should be banned, but that was the only option that didn't kind of suck. Alright, so I wish there was something we could do to kind of get this series kicked in the butt, but there's not really... What happened? I think he died. No longer guardian. At 45, he died in an accident. Interesting. And so whoever his heir was did not inherit his claim on my land. That's my daughter. She needs a new teacher. So who would be a good choice? They're recommending him. Sure, why not? I think he's our spy master. Whoops, I should probably actually accept the offer. And is there another one? Just her, okay. That's a bummer. It would have been really nice to snake shield wall out from under them while they're weak. I think I'm too weak now to do anything about it. Yeah. Yeah, major miscalculation on my part. I really should have bought those mercenaries. But, yeah, that shouldn't completely tank us. What's going on here? The small spider makes my son show Bob squeal and run for cover. This started to worry me. I am not just going to outright accept Craven. Let's take that one. That gives me a 25% chance to get Brave. I assume he did not get Brave then, but he should have at least not taken the trait Craven. How's he looking? 15, 13, 11, 5, 10. Yeah, nice. I wish his martial skill was a little bit higher. If only because, being orcs, the person with the highest martial skill is always going to be king. And anybody with a higher martial skill than me can challenge me. But, I mean, he's our only vassal at the moment who's not a kid. And he's pretty weak. I'm surprised he's been able to hold power with such a low martial skill. What's going on here? Did he not accept it? There we go. Using a smuggled in rope, Queen Glasha of Orsinium almost managed to escape from custody, but the guards caught her in time. Return her to her quarters. Well, I gave you the opportunity to just be, you know, imprisoned in your room and you tried to escape. So into the dungeons you go. And I wonder if I just like execute her and yeah, no one will care. I think that might be the easiest thing to do. Because she's obviously a troublemaker. For all I know, she's a vampire because her son was a vampire. And I don't know if that's hereditary in this or not. But, you know, frankly, she's more trouble than she's worth. Although I think my daughter would like me less if I did that. But what are you going to do? Let's just go ahead and do it. Nobody will care. It'll cost me 20 favor though, which I've got enough. Okay. I probably should have just done that from the beginning, but oh well. She killed my son. Like I think I was pretty justified. And I think I was pretty merciful by just throwing her in a dungeon, and then when she complained, I basically let her stay under house arrest instead, and then she took advantage. So that's like, I don't know how many strikes that is, but it's more than enough strikes for me. Let's see, I still have Edwina. I could ransom her, I suppose. 10 gold, I'll take that. Don't really need to be holding little girls in my jail cells. And it's another new year already. Man, what a bummer. I'm just so, like, mad at myself for not seeing that and hiring those mercenaries. Because we could have won if that battle had gone our way, and it almost did, even though we were outnumbered. We were inflicting really heavy losses on them at the beginning of that. Yeah, whatever. Did I replace... I forget what position that guy was in. That's interesting. So, oh, he's dead. She's his wife. We could try marrying her too. I mean, we can have as many wives as we want. I think maybe 4 at the max. But we want someone with good traits, and she's actually got pretty good traits. Although she's got good traits. 14 martial skill. But yeah, she's younger. And I will take the opportunity to... I'm going to take the gold this time. Because frankly, I've got enough prestige. I'm not worried about it. And so we've got a couple wives now. We're back up to 3. She's now our first wife. And her opinion's pretty high of me. That's nice. I like her, like, mohawk ponytail thing going on there. What to do? Not a whole lot to do, actually. Expert monk. Let's see. So one of our daughters came of age, and so what are our options with her? I suppose all we can really do is marry her off to secure alliances. I don't know what alliances we can secure because we are the only orc faction at the moment. But it looks like we can marry into human kingdoms too, which is interesting. I don't think it'll let me marry a human. But that is an option worth considering. Oh no, they're just... Oh wait, no, yeah, Breton. Some of these, it's hard to tell because some of these are orcs, they just look like humans. But yeah, there's at least a couple of Bretons in here. And obviously the redhead's not an orc. Andrew Percy. Now the issue is, if none of these guys are rulers, it's really not going to benefit me at all. And so I don't want to marry her to a courtier. That's just kind of a waste. He's the chieftain of Kagria. So that would be an option. I think I'll wait. He's fairly young, and I've got younger daughters, so maybe to secure that alliance. Well, it's not really an alliance. I'm in charge of him, but to secure that relationship, maybe I'll marry one of my younger daughters to him. She's 12. Yeah, so maybe I'll marry her to him. But what are my other choices here? Like, this kid is a courtier. I wonder what would happen if, like, an orc and a Breton had children. It's kind of strange. Like if I could maybe do matrilineal? No. Well, I'm not convinced yet because I don't know what you... Andrew is 7, he's 13, so he's probably higher. Can I see your thing, please? Thank you. So Percival, is he the heir to anybody? Yes, he is. Baron Percival of Castlejoy, which is way up here. So that's kind of an interesting option because, you know, frankly, we could get orc blood elsewhere. I don't know if a human and an orc makes an orc, or a human, or a hybrid, or I have no idea how that works. Really, the Red Guard are this far north, huh? That's kind of interesting. But I think I'll wait. I don't see any good options to marry her off just yet. And since in this mod, female characters have a lot more potential than they do in the base game, that's you know, very accurate to the time period that it takes place in, where women didn't have a lot of, well, really any rights or, you know, power. And okay, I don't want him to be wroth. Beat him into being calm. He might get patient. Patience is a good trait, so that might be worth it. 50% chance of getting the trait patient. So 70% chance that he stays. Or I'm always confused by these. So no change is saying that he will not gain the trait wrath, I assume, because this is saying that he will gain the trait. And this is saying there's a 40%. No, because this is implying that he already has it. And I think I've gone over the time, so I'm just going to pick one, and that'll be that. I'm going to go with this one. And how did that work out? I think he stayed Wroth, yeah. Well, at least he's got higher martial skill. Not too bad there. So, I'm going to break the episode off here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you back here for part 6 of our Crusader Kings 2 Elder Kings mod Let's Play.